So really, I am here just as everyone is to welcome you. And you're going to get so tired of being welcomed this week. I mean, this is a week where every time you turn the corner, you're going to be welcomed. But the thing about Syracuse University, and I really mean this, is those welcomes are real. They may be repetitious, but they're real. Because from all corners of this campus, there are people who are thrilled that you are here.
So orientation is basically for the students to get to know each other, to create their own community, to bond, because that's going to be important, you know, as they go through their 4 years of tenure here.
Orientation is really important for the Native Student Program because it's the first time that we're all able to come together and to actually meet each other, and coming into a university of this size that you feel like you don't have a community in. It's so important to create that, especially for Native students who are so used to having that at home.
I think it's most important for creating community. Syracuse University is a predominantly white institution. We have thousands of students moving in, and I knew when we first started the program that the first thing I had to do was move in our Native students before everybody else. Honestly, I think if our students came in with everybody, those thousands, I think they would turn around and go home. So I was trying to avoid that.
My transition freshman year was really hard because, well, I know I was coming here on the Promise, and I didn't really hang out with that many Native kids when I was at home because I don't know why, I just didn't. And so I was really nervous coming to the freshman orientation week because I was like, I know these people from my res are coming to school here, I'm not going to hang out with them. But I ended up like making these 2 good friends, and like the 3 of us were best friends all year long, and so like that made my transition really easy. But I ended up going home a lot. I got a job and got a parking pass and brought my car here freshman year so I could go home every weekend. But it was hard because I was really close with my sister, and then coming to Syracuse I was like far away and I couldn't like be there for her. And then I kept like hearing stuff from home, and then I was getting all freaked out and worried. And then that was like stressing me out real bad. But then I kind of like got over it, like winter break, and like spring semester was so much more better.
It was really difficult being away from home for so long. I remember the first winter break that I went home, I made my mom teach me how to make fry bread so that I could make it when I was at school, because I know it's a small comfort, but just being able to have something that feels like home when you're so far away and when you're gone for so long, it's really, a lot of us really need it.
Our Native students are a unique population. They come from extended family communities, they come from large families, they come from support that goes beyond the nuclear family. So I knew that, you know, creating their own community on campus, that they were going to need their own space. They were going to need their own space to be themselves, where they can feel comfortable, where they can get each other's jokes, and they don't have to worry about someone not understanding them, because they understand each other.
I feel like the students don't know that, well, kind of, not all of them maybe, but probably the majority of the students don't know that there are Native students, or they expect to see something else. I don't know what they, maybe the stereotypical Native, I don't know what they think, but
I don't know, the school is so close to the res that I just feel like every student should like have like a general like knowledge of that, and a lot of them don't.
I don't really think the general population even knows there's a Native population on campus. And like even when we are doing the Columbus Day thing, I feel like the people who didn't know about like natives on campus or anything like that weren't the kind of people who stopped. The people who stopped were the people who like already had an interest in like Native American culture and stuff like that, or like Native Americans on campus, and they just like wanted to learn more and talk to us. But like as far as like exposing ourselves, I feel like the people who don't know if there's like don't know anything about Native Americans don't care, and they weren't the kind of people who were like gonna be like stop and be like, oh, like you're Native, I didn't know you existed.
So we are going to start our social this evening, and we're going to start with a stomp dance. And by the way, for those of you who may not know us, we are the Haudenosaunee Singers and Dancers, and we are located just, most of us come from Onondaga or the surrounding areas of Onondaga, Oneida. Sometimes we import from out in the western part of New York State as well. But we are here to, and we get asked often to come to Syracuse University and share our songs and dances. And we're really happy for the student organization and Regina Jones for inviting us back year after year to help with your awareness activities up here.
So Syracuse University is promising to give back to Native American communities just because of like everything that's been taken from them. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like we keep talking in class, like trying to make it right. So they're promising to help make it right and continue to make it right, I feel like. And by giving us education that we can then turn around and use to help our communities grow and become stronger and better, you know.
Okay, this is what I see, that I feel like the promise is promising us like an education to make sure that we get an education, but in return we're promising back that we're gonna try to help out like the community or like do something like go further with our education and actually put it to work. And
when the chancellor first announced the Haudenosaunee Promise Scholarship, I knew it was with a deeper, true understanding of Indigenous peoples' culture and values, and understanding that we are unique, we have different values and different priorities, and I believe that that's what the chancellor wanted on his campus. If not everybody, but just to help teach the campus community that there might be a little bit of different way of looking at things, a different perspective, different global way of looking at things.
Feel free to come in and join in and help the singers out. Come on, join in on this Afghan dance.